Ah, the Die Hard clone. A description that goes along with a certain amount of action films, but ironically enough, not Die Hard 5, and I don't mean that as a compliment. Ripping off Die Hard is the one thing that film could have benefited from. Whether it's on a battleship, a train, a hockey rink, an airplane, a school for delinquents, or a shopping mall, somehow an all-star team of international terrorists will take over whatever location you're hanging out in and really fuck up your day. For 90s action star Thomas Ian Griffith, it's a ski resort. Why not? If the slopes are good enough for James Bond, then surely they're good enough for the star of Excessive Force. Don't know who Thomas Ian Griffith is? Well, shame on you. He was the Pierre Kirby of the 90s, and that I do mean as a compliment. Right off the bat, the movie reminds us that it's not actually released by Paramount Studios, nor is it gonna win any gold statues, but it does have a cop with a checkered past. Nice to know that the emotion this girl was feeling before being blown to pieces was mild confusion and annoyance. I joke about winning awards, but actually this movie contains more award winners than the last two Die Hard movies combined. I can't wait until the day is saved not by Griffith, but by Nastasia Kinski turning into a panther.
Jack, you really done it this time. We should never have come this far without backup.
Shut up, Maury.
Shut up my ass, I just got married, Jack.
Should I be hearing this? It sounds like the people putting together the opening credits are up to something really shady. Fuck! Is there a door that Oscar Pistorius won't shoot through? Yeah, I know it's too soon. Fuck off. Thomas Ian Griffith plays Chicago detective Jack Wilde. Of course he fucking does. Here he's seen taking out a high-rise of Rob Lowe's, and I like the differences between this and the modern-day action film in that I can actually tell what is going on here. You mean there's coherence in an action scene when you don't put in a cut after every millisecond? Even the clones of Die Hard rape the ass of the John Moores of the world. But obviously, they should be using CGI blood for these effects. I mean, come on. This is gonna ruin the actors' clothes. There's a different set of bad guys we should be focusing on. Either that, or this is the audition room for the new Expendables movie. Oh no, they've kidnapped Lincoln! Daniel Day-Lewis is gonna pass that audition, isn't he, motherfucker? And here we meet our lead villain, Ivan Getz.
The more time we spend in preparation, the less chance we have of any unexpected complications.
Oh, come on, Christopher Plummer, you were in Rockadoodle! Things are a bit awkward here between Riggs and Murtaugh, since Riggs is a loose cannon.
It's called getting the job done, Maury. Maybe you should try it sometime.
Bullshit. It's called post-traumatic shock syndrome.
Yeah, he's really being haunted by the memories of making Daniel San's knuckles bleed.
Hey, I like that! Oh, I like that, Johnny! I'm gonna use that!
You know what they've been calling you for the past few months down at the precinct?
Fumbles?
Crackerjack. That's what they've been calling you. Crackerjack.
Crackerjack? Oh, it's 'cause he's so nutty, and when you stick your fingers in him, you can pull out a prize. And this is the same problem I had on the last episode with Vic Strip Sunset. If your name is already Jack Wilde, why the fuck do you need a nickname? Do you think it was Ted Lightning Fast? No, it was just Ted Fast, because that's cool enough as it is. Jack senses an intruder, so he unscrews the light bulb, which totally makes it pitch black, even though he immediately leaves the hallway. How is this a good idea? Let's give the armed, post-traumatic, stress-ridden cop a fucking surprise party. That's like throwing a surprise party for a fucking amnesia patient. God damn it, Channing Tatum.
The next time you're planning a surprise, you let me know.
Well, to be fair, the second choice was to hire consumer recreation services from the game. I hope he punches the baby next. Look at that kid. I think the baby's 70 years old. Or at least played by Peter Bark from Burial Ground. To help lift Jack's spirit, his brother and sister-in-law invite him to go on vacation with them to the Rocky Mountains.
That's real nice of you, Annie, but I'm on a case. I don't just pack up and leave.
I believe what you mean to say is I got a 16-month backlog on New York scumbags I'm still trying to put behind bars. I can't just pick up and go that easy. but a horrible line reading from his captain convinces him otherwise.
Cut the crap, Jack. I've been talking to Goldstein. He says you're going bananas. Your sister-in-law tells me the same thing. As of now, you're on a leave of absence.
That's bullshit, sir.
Wow. Not one, but two people reported him as being bananas. And was that audio just recorded off of some shitty cop show? They better be careful here, or they're gonna run over George Lazenby hanging from the cables. Looks like he's got his class photo unpacked and everything. He's ready to get this vacation started.
I'm locking this up in our room till the end of our stay.
What? No gun and no booze? Well, then how the hell are you supposed to play real-life ski-free? A flask? Genius! He's also hidden an NES zapper in the bottom of his suitcase, which it doesn't even look like he's brought. Meanwhile, in the sinister part of the movie, someone wants to bail out of the flick a little early. I don't think that was supposed to happen. Something tells me we never heard from that actor again. Instead, in walks Nastasia Kinski, who looks relieved that she's here and not doing Terminal Velocity 2. This ski slope has everything, even mobsters.
Mario, I was about your age when I first came here with your Aunt Maria.
Yeah, with that accent, where did you come from? Colorado?
My intestines feel like a traffic jam.
How in the hell does the mob make bowel movements still sound intimidating? And I'm guessing he keeps his shit in that gold box. On the tour, Kinski shows off the resort's fantastic collection of matte paintings, while these two remain the best parents ever.
Oh, you leave the kid in the room?
Ah, baby alert.
Right? The baby could be alone and several floors up, but as long as the monitor is still picking up screams from several miles away, we're still technically parents. I think we missed something cutting back to the parents too, since suddenly cavernous skinny dipping? This is where he meets Gollum, who has never looked sexier.
I was wondering if I could buy you a drink or something later on.
Oh, I don't fool around with guests, Mr. Wow.
Swimming naked around them, yes, but fooling around? Huh, out of the fucking question. The family gets pissed that Jack hasn't shown up to dinner, but it's probably because you brought your fucking baby.
Oh, very classy, Jack.
The name's Crackerjack. The chaperone should really be splitting these two up, by the way. And like most dances I've been to, typical jock spots a nerd in the crowd and makes an absolute fool of himself.
There is nothing more I can do for you. From now on, you're on your own.
Oh, now you give up on him? Not after this? And that punch on the dance floor didn't even scare off Kinski.
Are you okay?
Of course he's okay. He's got another chance to be a dick again.
You're right. It's none of your business.
See? Quota filled for the day. Wait, so that line actually worked? Between calling girls hot pussy little whores and telling a woman that it's none of her business, I've been going about this romance thing all wrong. It sure is taking the villains a while to show up, but that's only because they're playing the world's most complicated flight simulator. While the family is getting distracted from the cheap lightning effects, Jack overhears their conversation and is instantly reminded of his wife and kids blowing up. It's the first time I've ever seen a family massacre flashback get kick-started by overhearing something on a baby monitor. I don't know how this could have happened. The gas station attendant seemed on the up and up.
Check your oil, sir?
Yeah, sure.
If you can't see his face, that means you can trust him. Shit is starting to go down, though. Look at this. They shot this guy right in the water.
I told him I wanted room service.
Only the hero can make one-liners like that. You need to die now. Alright. Thank you. Your late night Cinemax feature is drifting into my late night HBO feature. This is really coming out of nowhere. But, ooh, while I'm down here... There. Now that I'm done jerking off, you can also call me Crackerjack, cause I just busted nuts all over this sticky box. I don't know why he's hiding, it's just Nick Fury asking whether he wants to be part of B-movie Avengers. Brian Bosworth and Reb Brown have already said yes. Just putting that out there.
There's absolutely no reason why this evening should not continue as pleasantly as possible.
Now, where is Mr. Takagi?
Get your hands off of her!
Oh, that busboy had only 2 days left till his first paycheck. I must say, though, John McClane never did try the pretending to be drunk tactic.
How's it going?
Shut up! What are you doing here?
Well, this chick from downstairs says you can meet me up here, you know? Maybe you don't. It's cool. That's okay.
Except maybe in Die Hard with a Vengeance, when he just started out kind of drunk. Plus, when this guy dies, it's because of his own stupidity. Jack tries reading him his rights, but the guy gets stabbed in the back from his own knife, which had nothing to do with Jack Wilde. I think they're confusing the words wild and luck. By the way, why is all of this happening?
Forgive me, Don Russell. I was humiliated. They contacted me. They said I could get a piece of the pie.
You orchestrated all of this for a fucking pizza? Actually, it has more to do with stealing diamonds from Don Giallo here.
Whatever dealings we had with you and your associates had no bearing on the $50 million worth of diamonds you have now.
No. What you're interested in is the $740 million worth of negotiable bearer bonds you have locked in your vault. But before he can tell them where the diamonds are, he has a heart attack. So if he dies of a heart attack, does Carl still owe Theo $20? Also, isn't taking over 100 hostages and using mercenaries to secure a ski resort kinda overkill just to steal some diamonds from a handicapped retired mafioso? If I were Jack, I'd just let them do their thing and leave. They should be out in about 5 minutes.
Okay, folks. Crackerjack is back.
There was no one there to hear him say that. That was just a little something for Jack. Although in the TV versions, I think he calls himself Mr. Falcon. Did you idiots try opening the door first? Even so, I think one bullet could have been enough. The Don's henchman also seems to have something to do with Jack's family getting killed, and I don't know why he's confessing. It's all just gonna lead to this.
You know, this whole thing stinks.
Boy, first a punch to the face during the big dance, and now dead? This is not this dude's night.
I doubt anyone will come forward and give his name. This is what will happen. I have here a complete list of guests and employees. Your names will be read out in alphabetical order.
A roll call? Not sure that's the most exciting piece of action in the movie, but it's giving me less of a headache than that seizure-filled car chase from Die Hard 5, or whatever the hell that was supposed to be.
Aronson, Henry, and Eva.
Angela's a terrorist and was a boy this entire time. I don't know what's worse, getting stuck in a location with terrorists or getting the shit kicked out of you by Donny Osmond.
Any last words? Only 8 bullets per clip, sucker.
Now what if those really were your last words? It would have been just a jumbled mess of words that I could barely understand.
Get up!
Keep your paws where I can see him.
God damn it, Jack, stop trying to arrest him and just kill him. There, see? Wasn't that a lot more fun?
You shouldn't have done that!
Wow, way to scold the terrorist as if he just spilled juice all over the carpet. Jack is really taking advantage of the fact that he miraculously knows where everything in this resort is. But time to call in the big guns.
Sir, we got an activated ELT beacon.
First question, does it sound like he's ordering a pizza? To cover up that they're related to the hero, his family tries to pass off the baby as Jack Wilde.
Is this the wild party? Michael? Honey? Hello, Jack.
They were gonna say the baby's nickname was Crackerjack, but then they thought that would sound too stupid. And I'm starting to question Jack's competency here. When his family has guns pointed at their heads, Jack makes his position noticeable, causing the villains to fire at the ceiling, thus causing glass to rain down on the hostages and the newborn baby. They shot the glass, but it was Jack's own damn fault. Not that the villains are any more competent. They can't even hit Jack when a layer of water separates them. The good news is you've escaped the terrorist. The bad news, you're in Dante's Peak.
Keep him alive. We're running out of time.
Pete, don't kill him.
I'm afraid he may have the stones.
Also, he may have the detonators. The helicopter comes to check on them, and good luck throwing a dead body on top of that.
What do you mean there's nobody home? There are at least 100 guests at that resort.
Wait a sec, there is somebody.
Oh, you mean that guy standing right below us? Oh, didn't even see him there. And why does it look like a helicopter explosion sort of turns him on? But this sparks Jack's memory that it was Christopher Plummer that killed his wife and kids. Must have done that on his way to kill Martin Riggs's wife. And why Plummer didn't recognize Jack's name from the guest list must mean that he knows more than one person named Jack Wilde. Now at least Jack has someone to communicate with.
This is Colonel J.P. Hardy at Fort Brady, commanding search and rescue.
Who am I speaking to?
Call me Gene Autry.
Look, you didn't hear me. I'm not exactly in charge around here.
You're damn right. From this moment on, I am.
Christ, John Wayne fan.
It's Gary Cooper, asshole. Oh, and in case you're bored, here's more tits. In Die Hard, Carl Winslow was after Twinkies. This time, he's got a handful of ho-hos. And while I'm busy quoting Die Hard, Plummer has other people in mind to quote.
Those who want to live, let them fight. And those that do not want to fight in this world of eternal struggle deserve not to live.
Not sure if this is the right place to quote Hitler, dead or alive. Those two movies are nothing alike. Throughout all of this, though, Griffith still manages to have the best hair of any action star of the 90s. Just look at this box cover where we have the drag version of Griffith, or this cover where he's played by Keanu Reeves. They try to get him to bring the detonators, diamonds, to them by threatening to shoot a hostage. So Jack agrees to a meetup.
Stefan.
Oh, now why was that necessary? He wasn't even being an Ellis! Jack doesn't really have the diamonds. This scene just proves that there were days when Plummer and Griffith were on set together.
You gotta be somewhere?
Gotta be at the 12 Monkeys audition in 2 hours. Jack learns that the SWAT team traveling by cable car is about to be destroyed, so he runs off to get their attention.
I'm on your side, assholes!
Really? It's one thing to be reminded of Die Hard quotes when stuff like this happens.
I hope you're happy to learn that you're making things difficult for me.
Oh, gee, I'm all choked up.
But it's another when they are just lifting whole lines from Die Hard. And why does Jack keep looking so happy whenever terrible shit happens? He's smiling because with those effects, he knows that Gamera is somewhere nearby. Soon enough, Plummer figures out who Jack's family is, and he didn't even need Richard Thornburg's help.
Lady Luck isn't just smiling. She's spreading her legs for us.
That was a creepy line, made even creepier by the fact that he's holding a baby monitor. Mrs. Crackerjack, allow us to make your acquaintance. Naturally, this goes right into Jack pulling shards of glass out of the movie's script. Oh, this is just like that scene in Die Hard where Holly tried to have sex with the front desk terrorist.
The chopper will be here in 15 minutes.
I'll be back in 5.
You know, I kinda want to see her have sex with that chick. Jack comes across that old prospector from earlier who gives him a little backstory.
They're gonna blow the glacier. 20 million tons of ice are gonna rip down that gully up there, and everything, this whole place is gonna be swept away.
Why? They're just stealing diamonds! But as any good hero knows, Scotch saves everything. When Jack realizes that the diamonds are hidden in the ice cubes.
Well, Crackerjack? Is that what they call you?
That's what the box cover calls me. My brother calls me cocksucker. You're neither, shithead. I think everyone in the movie has just given up and simply wants to get drunk. Not even their dialogue has much context anymore.
Already the seeds have been sown. Now is the time for the harvest. The idea of a people superior to all others, who are capable of ruling without flinching, that has never died.
Something Alexander, something no more worlds to conquer. Plumber shoots his brother, which I think pisses off Jack only because he can't punch him in the face anymore. And yeah, go ahead, just leave that one guy alive who will most likely stop you.
Idiot.
Right? Thank you. Wait, he's okay? Well, now Jack's gonna punch him in the face for ruining his flask. However, Carl/Stefan grows a conscience when Plumber says he wants to off the rest of the terrorists. But he's made one mistake, which is not realizing that Christopher Plummer can shoot you dead without even pointing his gun at you.
Never!
Impressive. Even Nastasia Kinski has to point her gun at people to kill them. Holy fuck, she shot her right in the dude. At this point, Plummer is gonna be a little late for his chopper ride. Was that supposed to happen? That just seemed rather careless on the pilot's part. Uh-oh, this is gonna get good.
You killed my wife. You killed my children.
Yeah, blow that motherfucker's head off, Maximus! Get your fucking vengeance! Oh, how in the hell did you let that happen? Oh, wait, so McClane is saved at the end by Carl? No, none of this seems right. He's supposed to get saved by Carl Winslow, not Carl the terrorist. But once again, he has forgotten that Plummer doesn't need any guns to shoot. What the hell, movie? You couldn't even get him to point his gun at people? The glacier is about to fall onto the resort, which is causing nothing in the room to shake except for the camera. I seriously don't know about this movie. Plummer already didn't know where the diamonds were hidden. His plan was thwarted by Stefan not agreeing to kill his henchmen, and the glacier exploded right on top of them. I think this plan would have failed regardless of Jack Wilde being there. In fact, I think Jack may have gotten more innocent people killed. But at least he's gonna get laid, so there is that.
Maybe if you get some time off, I can show you around Chicago or something.
I'll take you to Wrigleyville, where you can be really, really bitter. There's no Argyle, so I guess they're just gonna have to walk home.
Oh, the weather outside is frightful.
Whoa, wait, the ending credits even separate the main cast from the terrorists, just like the end credits of Die Hard. And just like Die Hard, they were thieves, and not really terrorists. Even Bruno Mattei would call this movie shameless. But even though it's blatantly ripping them off, it does have extremely shallow qualities of Die Hard, which not even Die Hard 5 had that. And it must have been popular enough on home video to spawn its own sequels, the second one of which goes into dark territory. Under Siege 2 dark territory, that is. Kinda weird though. It's funny how for most of this trailer, it's not really showing us Jack Wilde. It's just showing us the villains. It does still have Thomas Ian Griffith in it again, doesn't it?
But there is one thing they didn't plan on. Detective Jack Wilde.
It's a blast from your past.
Wait, is that?
Judge Reinhold, Carol Alt, hostage train.
The Honorable Judge Reinhold? Who was your first choice, John Cryer? Actually, I think that was a little insulting towards Judge Reinhold there. Sorry about that. But seriously, a Judge Reinhold action headliner where he's not the second banana? This I gotta see! Not to mention more Thomas Ian Griffith movies. What? I'm out of Jason Blade movies to watch.